Hi kids, this is Mrs. Lambert. This session we're going to focus on online encyclopedias, where to find them on the library's website, and then also how to do the bibliography citation for these, how to give credit to the writers. Okay? Encyclopedias are a great source of information because generally the articles that are within an encyclopedia are brief and they're also full of good information. We know that they're full of good facts. So here we are at the BCSD site, TCMS, and scroll down to the library. Click on that. And here's my library web page. I think we've been here before. Here it is. So we're going to go to Research Resources. That's where we're headed today. I click on it, and then I have these choices. We're going to Encyclopedias today, so I click on that, and it asks me for my super top secret password to get into the page. I wonder if you remember. Think, think, think. It is TCMS. TCMS, lowercase, all of those letters. Okay, here we are at my two encyclopedias. Let's start with this one, Grolier Online. And I'm going to type my keywords into this search bar. Now I know you had three main topics. We can use those three main topics as our keywords. So my first keyword was global warming. So I type it in, I click search. And it's giving me a whole lot of results, 1,567, my gracious. So there are a lot of pieces of information here, but they're all different reading levels. I'm thinking I'm going to want to choose the number 1 reading level, so I'm going to scroll down until I find an entry that has a number 1 right next to it, like this one. Let's try this one. Okay, so here is some information. Let's see what's on this page. It's about global warming and gathering evidence, the negative effects of global warming. Okay, how does it affect the Earth? How can we make change happen? How do we limit the damage of global warming? Good question. What are some of the solutions that we might put into place? Okay, so this has some really good information that might be useful to you. Now, when you have decided you're going to use some of this information, you need to cite it, okay? Give credit. And we use this style of citation, MLA, here at TCMS. So this information is what I'm going to need to fill in for my bibliography. Okay, right here is the title of this particular page. Here's the encyclopedia I'm using and the online resource, some dates, you know, this is when it was published, and here's when I actually was looking at it. I don't see an author here, and that's entirely possible on an encyclopedia. Sometimes it's not just one person who's writing an article. So let's take a look and see how that might appear in our template. So here's what I did. I filled it in. Author's last name, first name, the title of the article, title of the encyclopedia, the online source, date of publication, and again I have a web medium of publication and the date of access. I'll pull those together in this format and create my citation right here. Let's take a look at the other encyclopedia. Okay, this is another really good one. This one's a little bit tricky. Since it comes to us from the public library, we need this public library card number. So I'm going to copy that. I highlight it, right click, copy, then I can go into the World Book. And I'm going to put that number right here. Paste. Okay, so now I'm in World Book Online for Kids. That's going to be helpful. Let's click on it. And one of the other things that we were looking for was acid rain. Let's see if there's anything here. I click go. Ah, it has 2 items. So if I click on the blue highlight there, and sure enough, there's some information here about acid rain. Once again, if I use this information, I need to cite it. And if I go down to the bottom, I see the MLA citation right here for this particular resource. So I'm going to have to copy down this information once again in my bibliography guide. That's it for now. Good luck researching. If you have any questions,